Some human beings crave very different wishes when compared to the rest of society. Sexual attraction to children is a serious deviation which should be diagnosed and correctly treated. The largest worldwide consumer of child pornography in the internet is Brazil. Many videos and images proliferate in social networks and messaging devices. Sharing or having child pornographic content is a crime. Recently, an 11-year-old girl's video dancing naked was liked and shared by millions of people a few hours before being pulled by Facebook itself. I, in a certain way, was outraged with this kind of situation. Bad-intentioned people end up selling those kinds of contents, creating a receptive and productive criminal industry. I represent a Brazilian NGO which stands for Moral and Physical Peace. So I decided to experiment with internet users. I will create an anti-pedophilia campaign. The biggest challenge is to get the message across to the right people and strike the target audience, i.e., the pedophiles. This subject is considered as one of the greatest Brazilian taboos, and it is a crime. It's very difficult to trace these people. I had to think of a strategy to get to the people who identify themselves with this theme and create an impactful message. Partnering with a big internet journal, we published a fake news article of a 12-year-old girl who had put up silicone and posed nude to go to Disney. The content stated that she did that with a huge promise of payment and that it would only appear in a local Russian magazine. However, the photos leaked to the internet and eventually came to Brazilian territory. Yes, innocent and curious at the same time. In the end of the content, we could find a link which would redirect the person to the alleged photos. When you clicked to see the photos, a Face Connect warning asked the user if he was over 18. In the first few days, about 60,000 people clicked the link which redirected to a landing page showing the user's photo behind bars with the following warning. Warning: being a child voyeur is a crime. Don't feed this criminal industry. With Face Connect, I was granted access to people's name, email, and photo. In the first phase, I analyzed the database, where I could find certainly curious people of all genders and ages, youth, adults, and seniors, including several women. However, the idea wasn't pulling up a prank on the curious ones. It was a strategic work to get to the main target of the campaign, who remains hidden behind a computer screen. The strategy was as follows. With those first hits, I was able to put the news page to rank first in Google when someone searched for child pornography. That is to say that I went after people who actually really looked at photos and videos. The results surprised me. I had 7,000 accesses from Google a month after the campaign started, and in each access, I was able to convey the message to the right people. People's profiles changed drastically, now finding a vast majority in men between 25 and 55. For 3 months, I collected data from these people. I did a screening and tried to connect them in Facebook with a profile I created to be able to understand a little more about them. The vast majority of them did not even answer me, despite having read the messages. However, I got some testimonials, which I believe they are precious.
Curiosity led me to search for photos and videos of children. And after some time, it became an obsession. The campaign made me rethink about this great industry that traumatizes many children around the world. I will rethink my actions.
I never really knew the origins of the photos. After the campaign, I now know that behind every picture, there was a crime committed. And even then, I was collaborating for it to continue. Congratulations on your great initiative. I will try to follow the recommendations.
From all the people I filtered, we got about 1,600 people back, to whom I chatted and redirected to the closest clinics which work with that kind of disturbance. In Brazil, only a few clinics work with that kind of disease.
The pedophile treatment usually begins in adolescence, although in some cases it only manifests itself in middle age. Its course is usually chronic, and relapse rate is high. Knowing to self-diagnose is the first step for treatment.
I believe that children in Brazil and all over the world suffer almost daily with pedophilia. My work was just the beginning to try to soften their pain and suffering, preventing traumas which last for the rest of their lives. The general idea was to preserve our children and redirect people which have a great potential to develop this illness to specialized clinics. I have received feedback until today of users searching for doctors or currently in treatment, thanking the support. In fact, the campaign was efficient to several people.
I was almost divorced because of this illness. I'm healing with all the time and monitoring that I received. I'm very grateful to all of you. Many thanks. With the treatment, I was able to ensure that I won't repeat my actions again. And I thank God for that spiritual and mental evolution.
1 year after launching of the campaign, the link of the news article is still featured on Google, and people continue to access it daily, and the message keeps being passed on.